Andy Hillier, and in this guitar lesson I'm going to teach you how to play Black by Kari Kimmel. This has been requested about 50 times by someone on one of my other videos, so if you've got any requests, put them in the comment section. I'll try and do the video for you eventually. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, and if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me going, I've got a Patreon account. I'll leave a link in the description. Before we start playing this though, we've got to detune the guitar. Everything down a semitone, so we end up with E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. On most tuners there might be a setting to go down, just drop down a half step, or you just tune to E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat and E flat. So we've got like the main riff that we need to learn, we've got the verse, the second verse is slight change, and there's a little couple of chords for a bridge. The main riff sounds like this. So for that we play open E string and A2, so it's an E power chord twice. If you want to get that little bit at the beginning, it just does an upstroke before it hits that, but you can just play the, and then we're going to play a D string and hammer on to D2, and then another D2 straight to a G string. So from the beginning you got back to a D2, hammer on D to D2. So the first bar slowly goes. Bit faster. Now the next bar's exactly the same, but the first chord, the first two hits change to a G power chord, which is your first finger E3 and third finger A5, or you could use your little finger. Either way is fine. And then the rest of the bars are the same. So the next bar's the same again, but we're doing an A power chord this time. So we've got open A string and D2. So you've got, and then in bar 4 just do an E power chord. So open E and A2. And there's a little phrase on the end there. You see there's an X, and then open D, and then E3. So the X, I'm just sort of hitting the strings on that. That only happens the very first time that it goes round. Every other time that it plays a riff, it doesn't do that. Okay, so let's try the whole line nice and slowly. Here it comes. 3 and... Okay, so that riff then just happens, well, it does twice at the beginning, then it goes to a verse, and then a riff, and then a verse, and then the riff, or a bridge, and then the riff again. So let's have a look at the verse. The verse is super simple, right? So you've got open E power chord, so open E and A2, 2, 3, 4, then it goes to a G power chord, which is E3 and A5, 2, 3, 4, then A power chord, which is open A and D2, 2, 3, 4, then it goes to open E power chord again. So, and then that repeats. So that's the verse, real straight simple. Let's try it. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And you might notice there, I'm putting a little on it. I'm doing a little upstroke, just hitting the open strings, and then I'm hitting the chord on each one. That's just what he does on the record. So it plays that verse, repeats it, then goes back to the riff and plays the riff once, and then it goes to the second verse, which is almost the same, but we play the E power chord, 2, 3, 4, then G, 2, 3, then A, and then you play the riff again. So you got the. So you're just playing the E, the hammer on, well, the riff that we just played before, just in that one bar, and then those 4 bars repeat in the second verse, and then we've got a bridge of just literally 2 chords. It just goes after the second verse. We were playing in bar 13. It's like first finger barred across D, G and the B strings on the 2nd fret, and then little finger or 3rd finger on E3. So it's like an A7 chord. You could use 4 different fingers or you could use a bar, either way. And then the last bar, bar 14, is a C chord, which is just your first finger on B1, 2nd finger D2, 3rd finger A3. So that bridge part, just 2 chords, it literally happens just once in the song, just after the second verse. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, then it goes back to riff. And that's the song. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really helps me out, keeps me going. Give me a like on the video, that helps it. The more comments as well, the better. Just let me know where in the world you're from, if you've enjoyed it, and any song requests as well. And if you want to support me, keep me going, I've got a Patreon account. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Well, thanks for watching. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.